Welcome back to the Stumble Bums Podcast. I am one of your hosts, the Twisted Mother Heckin' G. And I say Mother Heckin', not the F word. But on my left over here, the greatest of them all, the top dog of any dog, the man that tops them all, the myth that led to the fall of legends. Sorry, you have to add that part at the end there. Smittzilla.
Hello. I'm actually just Jake from State Farm, and I've been trying to contact you about your car's extended warranty.
He's a scammer. I don't have a car.
Now I'm talking to the audience.
He's a scammer. He's
Big
not Jake. Look at him.
levels. We're
Jake's
back in
white.
Studio Bum Biggity for another episode of Getting Drunk. So enjoy.
Okay, I'm not that bad this time around. I'm fun this time.
Yeah, get drunk.
Dude, okay, no.
Not show up drunk.
Man went robotic on my end here. I don't know if he was fully caught there. He said showed up drunk, didn't end drunk. But the difference there is that in the fact of I showed up drunk this time, and yet the audio for this podcast is going to be better when I was sober. Or at the beginning, sober. Allegedly. My lawyer tells me. Your video,
How was your week?
My week was pretty good, but your video is like skipping a lot on my screen. I don't know if that's like fully happening for everybody else. I'm just going to ignore it because your audio is pretty great. So I've been
Please do.
reading, but tell me if I'm skipping too on the video. That matters a lot. But I've been reading the Game of Thrones series actually, or audio listening, I should say.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, low key, I slept on it. I was one of those people that like I didn't want to like hop into something that was so popular because everybody else is just like, oh yeah, man, it's awesome. Listen to it. It's great. Or watch it, I should say, because everybody was on the show bandwagon. But after listening to Harry Potter and then watching Harry Potter, or I should say watching Harry Potter and then listening to Harry Potter, I'm like, I should never do that again because I read Unbroken and then watched Unbroken and was highly disappointed. And I can tell now that I'm going to be highly disappointed from the TV series compared to the book because there's just so many little details they leave out that's just so like to me I feel like it's just important. Like how could you leave that out? That's like the whole top reason why they would do that.
Not all book adaptations to movie though. Like
Dude,
it
it
doesn't go so
seems
much
like
for
it.
video games is what I'm hearing. Like the video game adaptations to movie have been pretty good so far is what I've been hearing. But the
It's
books,
been
yeah, every
50-50.
book adaptation sucks.
I'll say the game ones have been 50-50. Assassin's Creed flopped like hell. I mean, complete flop. It's been like that. It's really hard for them to make a good game into a movie unless it's got to have a good director. I mean, that's just about any kind of production, I think, though. You got to have a director that knows the actual game if you're going to plot it off the game, to say the least.
Yeah.
But the TV show, for what I've watched, does follow like every aspect of it. There's just little intricate details that I've been kind of like, oh, really? Like, why would you not include that? Like, that's like, like that would add like 20 times the fucking power to that. Like, if that makes any sense. I don't want to try to say anything to spoil anything because I've not watched all of this show. I'm only like 3 episodes in because I'm only watching up to what I read. I don't want to spoil anything from watching.
It's a lot of Game of Thrones.
And I'm already through like the first half of the season. And dude, I still have like 3/4 of the first book to go. So I'm like, what the fuck did y'all do with the first 2 seasons? Like, evidently they probably followed some kind of actual thing. Oh, Smitty saw a fly. Smitty saw a fly. He's getting it.
No, I thought my dog was doing something.
Oh,
Hold on.
me and Smitty, whenever we would hang out, we both, because we have such this weird, like, is it affinity, whatever the word is, for hating something or wanting to go after something? We have a weird affinity for going after gnats or flies because it's just like nothing is more annoying than just sitting there and enjoying your time and doing whatever you want, and then a fucking fly or a gnat's like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm here to drink your drink. Go down your throat after I get stuck in your drink." All right, but Smitty's
I
back.
hate you spending wings. Anything with wings, pretty much, I don't like.
That's actually a reasonable, I feel like, feeling to have. Because I don't trust birds. I mean, that's just battery implemented fucking recording devices. Like, bird,
I think
battery
it's the pig.
implemented recording device. Sorry, Smitty.
Yeah, I got it.
No, I was
I
telling for
got
the
it.
viewers that didn't get it because I told you my theory.
I think it's just the pigeons, though.
I think you are not wrong. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
I've seen pictures of pigeons' nests, and no egg would ever survive that. So
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? I've never seen a baby
I
pigeon.
haven't seen most baby birds. So
I guess that is
I
a
can't.
fair thing. But I've seen baby birds dead on the ground, you know what I mean? Because they fell from the
That
tree.
could have been a pigeon.
That is true. I don't know what a. I never looked it up either. What a pigeon looks like. Fuck it. Google.
Like I think all baby birds kind of look the same
You're probably
until
not
like
wrong, to be honest. Oh, hell no. I would have known that was a thing. That is terrifying. Oh, can it pop up? If it shows. Look at that thing. That
yeah,
thing.
I don't think I would have. I don't think I would have been able to decipher that from another baby bird.
Are you kidding me? Any baby bird I ever saw never had a fucking beak that looked like a witch's nose that would pluck my
A
asshole from the
TikTok
sky.
notification. We got a Discord notification.
Hey, I don't answer people, okay? I also realized I never stuffed the bottom of my door, so I've just been yelling out to the household. I
I was
love
just
to with
getting
this
nosy,
light.
man. I seen the bird and you're still holding it, so I'm like, what else is on this screen?
I just love with this light and how far back I am. My teeth look so yellow on my camera. Like, I
I
never
mean, that
brush them. I'm a damn pirate.
that's a pretty yellow light.
Sorry.
That's more yellow than the yellow lights that I like. Like my lights are yellow, but they're looking pretty clear on the
Dude,
screen.
that's what's crazy is like, maybe it is on the yellow. I can't get my light to switch, I think. Can I? Eh. Dude, I think my battery's dying in my remote. I think that's what it is. But wait a minute. Oh, shit. I have two remotes. But how's your week been? Sorry, I never asked you. Go ahead.
Really didn't do much because it's been really cold and I want to say Monday it snowed a lot, so haven't been doing anything.
Can't blame me there.
Um, I got
Oh
a
my
lot of new
god.
matches. I
There's my
was
yellow light.
ignoring this
Sorry.
one girl, but she was very persistent. She wanted to talk to me, so I caved and started talking to her. And I don't think that one's going to go anywhere because I wasn't talking to her because on her thing it says on her bio it says Mary, Polly, mainly looking for a
Yeah, no.
friend.
I'm out. I'm
And
out.
I'm
When I see
like,
Polly, I'm out. If I see anything like that, I'm out. Like, dude, I'm a monogamous man.
what?
I'm just ugh.
Yeah, and she's also married, and I mean, she's cute and whatnot, but she's like not my type neither. She was clearly just caught up in the like spree. But she was very much into me. Like
It's the
she messaged
lighting.
me first. She
Sorry.
messaged me first, commenting on one of my profile pictures. She liked the piggies. So I kind of ignored it because I didn't know what to say to what she texted on that photo to me. She's like, I kind of want to get this tattoo. I don't know what to say to that. I don't own it. Go for it. I don't care. And then I let
Your
that,
laugh just cut out there. That was weird.
and my laugh is always going to get cut out. Um, but freaking then I let that was just I was just letting that sit in my DMs. Like I don't know what to say to that. I don't really care. And then she did the wave thing. This person waves at you. Like, fine, broke me
Oh,
down.
okay. I thought you meant like she did the wave thing where I was just like, I literally was. I was like, did she send
This
you an
person waves
actual
at
video of her being like,
me. No, the little emoticon button
that
that
just
tells you the
shows
person.
that I never had enough conversations on that app. That's being real.
I'm like, fine, I'll talk to you. She's been pretty cool, but she's just totally not my type. She's a personal trainer and
You don't
she
like
likes to fix
exercising?
cars. Well, she's like muscle. Like
Oh, she's
she
bigger
she
than you.
she calls herself a muscle mommy.
I called you out on one there. She's bigger than you.
Yeah, she could totally kick my ass. So it makes me think like if she wants to get me in a room, she gonna try to peg me? And the most I'm down for is reverse missionary. Like,
Now, I don't know. If I was to make an assumption about those women, I think that they're about the biceps and stuff because, yes, they want to feel like, the man or like the big thing or whatever. But I think at the end they do want to be dominated in some way, and it would be sexual. And if you can turn my voice down for whatever setting you have for you, I would just a smidge because I could see my voice picking up on your box.
there.
Awesome. I was just letting you know because I was starting to see it pop up and I slightly heard it. But I don't know. That was my assumption too. They want to be dominated in some way. They don't want to be in charge of everything. Nobody wants to be in charge of everything. If you're in charge of everything,
Yeah,
by
she
God.
very much is in charge of her life. Like I don't think she actually has a real job outside of being a personal trainer. Like she just,
Well, that's
she
like
works when
us.
she wants.
But like that's us men. We want to be.
Like she's very successful, is what I'm also trying to say.
Oh
And
yeah. Well, hey, you're potentially
I ain't gonna lie,
successful. Don't you put
she
yourself
does
down.
outman me a little bit because she's pretty much a mechanic too. She's got a whole bunch of her like pictures of her fixing cars and standing by cars on her page, and I'm
You
like,
know metal fabrication like the back of your hand, dude. You could be like, hey, you want something made for that car or something bent to a thing or blah blah. Oh, yes. I guess you
I'm
don't know all of
slightly
metal
educated
fabrication.
in a whole bunch of shit, but I do not like to do that shit. I like to do the shit that I like to do. All the
Hey,
other shit I know is because I need money.
this guy's like, I don't like to do things that I don't like to do. And I'm over here like, I don't like to go out and try to hit on women and do these things and waste my time on one night stands. And yet he's like, hey man, the pussy's worth it. And here I am like,
some,
well,
this one I gotta do a lot. Like learning Spanish is nothing, Freaking,
he
it's
is
cold
too.
outside.
That
I don't
is,
want-
for anybody that's not caught any of the previous podcasts, this man is specifically learning Spanish just so that he can hit on the women that he works with more fluently.
Well, some at all because some of them don't speak any
That was
English.
the most guiltiest answer even. Just that even. Just that, man. Like top tier guilt was emitted there. Like
Hey, guilt is having shame. I'm not ashamed of this.
You're
Shame
right.
if I
You're
would
right.
lie. The shame would be if I would lie to you. Like I'm just doing it to further my
Actually,
career and communicate in my community better. No, I want the booty.
I don't call guilt with
Booty.
shame, actually, because you've been called guilty but not be shamed of what you did. Ted Bundy, number one. I mean,
Outside of court of trial, then how about that? But yeah, like learning Spanish is nothing. Like getting down in this snow, getting dirty under a car. Like I don't want to do that. I don't want to relive childhood.
did you fuck a chick
Like,
under a car, or did you get fucked under a car as a child?
how did you get fuck at any of that?
Because chicks and, you know,
No, Dad had used car lots, and I was tiny. So he would send me up there with freaking wrenches and a flashlight. He's like, and he would look at me from the top with a flashlight. He's like, that one. I would look up and get blinded. I'd be like, fuck, which one?
so I'm just now realizing that for the first 16 minutes here, I've not been full screened, and so our Discord has been wide open for anybody to see. If you want to join it, join it. Go ahead. We have no problem. Um, but that is kind of hilarious. We are full screen now. Just saying. Sorry about that, Smitty, but we may have some people join the Discord, which is the
Or
whole
you
point.
can could be your first try simple edit. All you got to do is punch in for a couple frames.
No, because actually, if you think about this, all we have to do is just make the podcast where you and me can only join the channel, the voice channel, I should say. Nobody else can join that. But then, if anybody wants to talk or like post some memes or like just interact, they have the general chat, they have the general voice, and all that stuff they can do. And if they
Fine.
offend us, we can ban them.
It doesn't show any of my channels on there, right?
Nope,
Like,
just mine.
eh,
Well, no, it only shows images of mine, not their names. Which one of them is Soup and the other one's Ethan. So go ahead and join those ones 100%. Like,
yeah, I got very much private ones on mine. That's what I asked.
yeah, no, mine's only,
Very much private ones on mine.
yep, nope, mine's only shown mine. And actually my
Yeah,
own
like,
other personal one, which is Twisted G. So go ahead and join that. But let's
yeah.
get right back to the podcast so that we are not
Yeah,
interrupting.
yeah, and then the other one I just matched a couple days ago. She hit me with a whole bunch of Jackal Flow quotes, and that's like the second or third one this month. I'm like, y'all just melt my heart.
I don't know. I think for you to hear me out, Dracula Flow is great. Dracula Flow is top tier. But for you to just now be getting Dracula Flow quotes and stuff back to you, I feel like, after how long it's been out there.
I The first time I put it up there, I got like five of them, and then it cooled down for a little bit over the summer. I got
Oh,
a
really?
few. Like
You
it's
never
ebb and
brought
flow
up
with the
before.
Dracula games.
Well, you never brought up before, and so that's why I thought it was like
No,
a
this is
weird
the
new
first time we're
thing.
talking about my DMs. I don't
Well,
talk about my DMs with you. This is the first
nobody
time
likes to
that like
talk
they got
about
brought
you,
up.
so
Yeah, that's why we're on my DMs, and yeah. So I got another Dracula girl, and she's fun.
that's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And learning Spanish for booty.
Um, I got a 50-cent raise as of this week. Yep. I mean, that doesn't mean
Cool.
much, but that I've gotten a $1.50 raise this year in total. And I feel like that is most than most people can ask for. You know what I mean? Like, at least from where from where I work at, that's pretty damn good in a year to get $1.50 in two separate raises. at my
Yeah,
level of working.
yeah.
See,
I think
I
it's more
forgot.
they ever gave me in the fuck, 3, 4 years I was there. I think three, because Nikki asked me right before I got fired.
And yeah, that's
I want to
where.
say right before. It was before she got promoted, but shortly after she got promoted, I got fired. So
Yeah, well, there's just definitely some people that they get promoted for no
maybe it
fucking
was
reason, evidently. But let's move on. Let's get a topic going here.
yeah.
I've got a few lined up this time. I actually have some. Yeah, that's right. But would you
Cool.
like to hit me with one, or do you want me to bring up mine first?
You go for it.
All right. So, ooh. All right. First one. If you could have a conversation with an inventor or a theorist, or like theorist or whatever, like one of those people that like Albert Einstein was like a theorist or whatever with the old MC squared bullshit or whatever. Who and what would you discuss? Or even just like who would you pick and like what the fuck would you do with them?
Okay, fine though. I'm not a smart guy. I don't think about these smart guys.
I'm saying inventor as in it could be a board game inventor.
Yeah, I only like the modern ones, and I
You
can
could,
talk to them whenever. I'm thinking
yeah, but
about dead people. If anything, I would like to hang out with Andre the Giant, and he was an inventor.
I'll take that. He was the inventor. He invented his own wrestling moves. You're not wrong. I mean, you're not
Man,
wrong at all. As long as he was creative.
to be honest, I want to be the giant handler. Like I want to be the dude that gets him from place to
You
place. I
know
don't
what
want to hang
though?
out with him.
I love that. I love that I made that entire subject so broad too by saying that. Oh my god, I looked like Trump there doing that. So broad. So broad, you know. China.
One of my favorite stories that the handler always tells. Andre got so drunk on the way back to the hotel room, he fell down and passed out in the lobby.
Ozzy did that a few times.
And and the hotel staff started freaking out, like, "What do we do? What do we do?" And the handler just goes, "Call AAA." And he turns around and walks to his room. He came out a
I
couple
mean,
hours.
yeah.
Andre was still laying there.
I mean, who
Like,
the fuck
what
do
are you
you
gonna
call for
do?
that? Yeah, like who do you call for that? Like
he's he's like 12 feet, 500 pounds. Like, you ain't moving him. Be great. I would have loved to have been the Giants handler.
dude,
He wouldn't have died alone in Paris if I was with him.
I mean, to be real, like, yeah. I would have been like for what was his name? Oh, um uh, I guess I wasn't such a fan if I can't remember his fucking name, can I? But Jimi Hendrix, specifically because of his guitar playing at the time. I think it would have been interesting to see what he could have done at a later age.
I think it'd been something like Santana.
Maybe we don't know, and we'll never know.
And Santana wasn't too far off from Jimmy. And Santana's still kicking, and from what I heard. So
Okay, and I shouldn't say
I
that though.
think
If I'm talking about any kind of, and that was not my actual pick. I should correct myself here. I was picking something stupid there. If I'm thinking of my true
I
actual
went
like
party. And so you're like, I want
inventor,
a party pick.
I want a party motherfucker. Well, hang on a minute now. Actually, I definitely got it. You said it right there. I want to hang out with fucking Ozzy motherfucking Osbourne. Nah, it is.
Cloud.
If I could have a conversation with an inventor, and that man, according to, I'm not saying it personally, but according to many other people, was the godfather, the inventor, along with Black Sabbath, of metal. Mine catches along with it. He invented metal, according to a lot of people. It
And
matches.
specifically Black Sabbath, they pioneered stoner metal.
What the fuck do I look like?
Somebody who enjoys stoner metal.
Thank you.
I can't stand it.
You know, an Uber only costs $50, and to slit your throat, 25 to life isn't much more.
I mean, you would probably like it. I tried giving it a shot. Like I listened to several bands like Black Pyramid, Sleep,
And I will
uh,
say that's
Electric
why I say though
Wizard.
I'm not a metal
Um,
fan. You know I'm not. But if I
and
could, I would
it's
hang
very
out
much
with.
Black Sabbath's riffs, but they slow it down a touch more and they repeat it endlessly,
I
and
would do
that's
that
what I
actually.
can't stand.
Well, okay, but I don't feel like they repeat it endlessly. Like they always like when it came down to Paranoid. Paranoid, the entire album there, like Iron Man, they were like, all right, yeah, that riff was
Yeah,
amazing,
this is
right?
what they took from Black Sabbath and made their own genre with it. This is but they all those stoner metal bands all point back to Black Sabbath. That's the lineage of it,
But a
pretty
lot of people
much.
gotta realize
And I
that
was
Black
just
Sabbath wasn't a
specifically talking
stoner
about
band
Sabbath.
necessarily only though.
Yeah,
They had a
that's what I
lot
just
of
said. They took one thing from Sabbath and made a whole genre out of it.
well, and that's the thing is like it wasn't just that a lot of people took, and that's why they say they're the birth of the metal franchise. I think is because it's not just being
It's just
um,
like the Beatles. The
that
Beatles were always trippy hippie band. They were a pure fucking 50s rock and roll band. And depending on which era of the Beatles, you'll get two different bands saying, yeah, we look at the Beatles.
But what I'm trying to say here is that they were the first ones to come around and introduce the devil's what was it? Not the devil's harmony, but the devil's riff or whatever. Those deep dark sounds, which was if I'm correct, Black Sabbath's song, Black Sabbath. And I want to say it was that one because they even said something in the book about how um, back in medieval times when they would play that noise, people would actually run away from the church in fear. And so when Black Sabbath started playing that, it gave their music a darker, more, harsher tone. And that's where a lot of people get that mentality that, like, Black Sabbath is what led to metal because they're the ones that started looking into, like, the horror of life and not just, like, here comes the sun. Do 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 do.
I'm just looking up something real quick because
Oh no,
I
I wasn't
am
trying to
curious.
blabber, but that's what I read in the book, essentially, from Ozzy's perspective of why they were thought of as the masters of metal. And Ozzy never once actually thought that they invented metal. He thought they were just rock and rollers. He thinks that metal entirely is a crazy thing to say. It's all just fucking rock and roll. It's all just music, he says. To try and split yourself into all these different avenues and different venues is just a different way of trying to make yourself feel more special. And I agree with that. It's just fucking music, man. Like, I gotta pee really quick though, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, so what I was thinking, what all you seen is pretty much legit. I mean, I didn't investigate it fully through everything I wanted to check out, but the first avenue I checked out, that was checking out. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. Like, uh, really hippie trippy band will take Beatles hippie trippy albums and say, yeah, this is what inspired us. But button down 50s rock band, they could take the Beatles too for their earlier work, and and that's what the stoner metal crowd did. They did when Black Sabbath was doing those more repeaty songs. They're like, this is what's awesome. Let's slow it down and just do this. And that's all what stoner metal is. You might like it, to be honest. I can send you a whole list.
For me, what made me love Black Sabbath's music was just obviously after learning their entire story too. Like I literally own the Black Sabbath Volume 4 record where they were sent out to oh, where was it? I want to say it was either Beverly Hills. Yeah, it was Beverly Hills. I want to say they were sent out to Beverly Hills, and they basically put in this mansion out there, and they were just given a crap ton of coke in vials. And they realized that it was most likely the government that was actually giving them this cocaine. And so, like in the end of this album, in which one of the songs on it was called Snowblind, and they wanted to name the entire album Snowblind, which for those viewers who don't know, Snowblind means that you're on so much cocaine that you have no idea what is going on. And I'm not speaking from experience, allegedly, but they wanted to name the album that, and so they wouldn't let them name that, but a song they did name that. And on my album that I have, they put a special thanks to the Coke Cola Company because they truly believed the FDA was giving them cocaine because it was a government G-man basically that would come to them every day while they were writing that album and give them cocaine from the FDA. Fun fact.
Yeah, it's Tristan G's fun fact of the day.
Dude, I'm actually gonna fucking find the record. I'm not even kidding. I got it over here. Smitty, you lead into something. I will show it. I'm not making this up.
I don't know what to freaking talk about. I mean,
Bring up a topic, you prick. You said you had something.
I didn't say anything about that.
I'll fucking slit your wrists while you sleep. Is that the second time I said that this time?
I'm in the wrong folder.
Me when I'm looking at the sex offenders list. I mean, what?
Oh, so one thing I've been like noticing about those second date updates is I don't understand why some of these guys call in to get the chick because clearly when they're like doing like the setup, the guy has already been pushed out majority of the time.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
they're
No,
just
the guys are always half the time pathetic.
but I heard one of the most diabolical pushed out stories today. They were on a date. It was going great. They went out to dinner, whatnot, typical date. And, they were just being flirty and like having like a pretend fight outside of the restaurant, right?
A pretend?
Homeless dude. Yeah, like when you just like, you have like one of those little play
Oh,
fights.
okay, yeah. I thought you meant like
Yeah,
this is
but
like it
they,
was a
they were doing it
stage.
on the
Like I
first date,
fucking hate
when
you.
you're just vibing with somebody and you just have like one of those little play fights. You're not
Yeah,
really
yeah.
arguing, but you're
Yeah,
pretending.
yeah, you made sense off the bat. I was just trying
Yeah,
to put my fucking thought of what you were saying forward, and then you interrupted me because
yeah,
like yours wasn't
yeah. So they're
obvious.
outside of the restaurant, waiting on the taxi or Uber or whatever, doing this little pretend fight, just having a good time. Homeless dude walks up, gets in an argument with dude. They start fighting. Homeless dude knocks out the dude. Dude wakes up and
I salute him.
Dick's gone and the homeless dude is gone and he don't know what the hell happened. He really don't know how
The
long he
homeless
was out
guy
there.
stole his chick.
And the only thing he sees was a nice old lady who didn't even break her stride. She just came walking by, be like, "Are you okay?" And he goes, "Yeah." What? And she's gone. So he calls the
No.
radio station, trying to get in contact with the chick because she's not talking. Hold on, I gotta grab Seeger's toy. It went underneath the couch.
Nah, nah, nah. The homeless man played Mr. Steal Your Girl. He did it. Mr. Steal Your Girl. Is there a drawer on that? Oh my god, there's a drawer on this table? I
All
just
right.
learned from
So
kicking it drunkenly. There's a table drawer.
so they get in contact with the girl, and she is now in a relationship with the homeless dude because homeless dude actually turned out to be an undercover cop. So what happened? They knock him out.
Mr. Steal Your
She's
Girl.
freaking out, obviously. She's trying to go get somebody from the restaurant to tattletale, and that's when he flashes his badge. And they put dude in the recovery fetal position, so he doesn't, choke on nothing. They like prop his head up a little bit, and they go on a date.
That is like the
I'm like,
most
that
top
is
dog
fucking,
alpha level shit I have ever heard.
that is fucking diabolical.
Not
You
even
just left.
diabolical. That is alpha level top G Sigma type shit. That man
It made me
is
hate the police
Black
even
Sabbath
more.
Volume
I
4
would
level.
be.
I found it.
It made me hate the police even more. If that would have happened to me, ooh, shit.
You tell me, dude. I have an ex-friend who in which I was pulled over in a cop car with. Or not in the cop car. Not in a cop car. We were pulled over drunk. Before I start this, actually, if anybody wants to see, I do have this album here, and just so anybody can see, it truly is in this right here. Um, the COKE COLA company. That is the genuine Black Sabbath Volume 4 from the era of that. They hid that trying to say it was the Coca-Cola. But they got away with it. And so what got me with this one, though, the story about being pulled over. We were at the Maria Stein Country Festival or whatever, and I'm not a country guy at all much. But he was like, "Hey man, like come out and hang out with me tonight. My fucking girlfriend broke up with me, and or we're arguing or some bullshit like that. And he wanted to sleep with another chick that night too, like named Eve or something like that. And so we were like, yeah, let's go and do that. Like whatever, bullshit. Actually, I was at your house at the time that this happened.
You're house sitting.
I was house sitting for you that night for that dog Luca. Oh, good boy. And so it was. Luckily, I got to come home that night only because we got pulled over coming home after smoking weed and drinking a fuck ton of drinks. I was literally holding the steering wheel for him as he was driving because he was doing something. I can't remember what he was doing. But I swear to God, as soon as I let go of the steering wheel, the cop's lights turned on behind us. And I was like, fuck, it's on me. Like, I did this. You know what I mean? Like, I got us pulled over. Oh, no. Like, I'm a sack of shit. And the cop even says, too, when he walks up, he's like, you guys crossed the median line. And I was like, even to myself right there, though, I told myself, I was like, I never crossed the median line. I may have, like, kind of done a little swerve here and then, but I never crossed the median line. And that's a factual thing to keep in mind here, people. And so the cops like asking Kyle if, or he asked me first, like, have you drank anything tonight? I was like, officer, I won't lie to you. I was at the Maria Stein Festival. I had a few drink, and I got drunk enough. And he looks at Kyle and he's like, well, so what about you? Have you had anything to drink tonight? And he's like, nope. Just so
I'm the
quick.
DD. Nope.
Nope. Not even just saying I'm the DD. His first name was like, nope.
Nope.
And like the cop like didn't even actually from what I remember, I think he might have. He did. He pulled him out and he did like sobriety field test stuff, and obviously Kyle failed and he failed the breathalyzer too. And so the cop brought him in. But I didn't have a license and I had already admitted to being drunk and underage. He did not charge me, but he put me in the back of the cop car with Kyle, who was in handcuffs, just sitting back there, like, in his handcuffs. You know, he wasn't happy at all. But I still had my phone on me.
Yeah, you text me a selfie.
I texted Smitty a selfie at like fucking 12 or like 1 in the morning of me and a friend in the back of a cop car.
Yeah, I remember getting it. I was sitting on the balcony of the hotel with Crystal and her mom, and we were winding down from the day, getting drunk. And I get it. And I'm like, apparently Gabe got arrested. And Crystal's like, what? I'm like, it doesn't look like he's by our house. So,
He looks way too happy too. I was smiling, motherfucker. Like, don't you forget that. Kyle had full guilt in his face and in his eyes. But when you look at me, I'm just
I think that might have been like our third or fourth thought. But yeah, our immediate thought was we should probably check the cameras. Like, clearly, no one's there
I
now.
left the house. You know what though? I would have
Yeah,
felt
so
so bad if I'd gotten arrested and not been able to actually take care of Luca. Cause y'all had paid me, I think, like prepaid basically. Cause you had like a bunch of like fucking 12 packs in the damn fridge for me when I came over. Cause that was my one charge. So like I would have felt bad had I not been able to actually take care of Luca the last day that I was supposed to. Cause I
my petty
fuck.
side wants to come out. I'm like, yeah, we's a good term. More like I paid you. But yeah, we's a good term.
Well, I didn't know who the fuck bought them all. Cause you know how she was. She said that she did, and I'm not one to be like automatically assuming. I like to give
And
everybody
I
their
also
own
lit her
credit.
on fire.
Yeah, well, you did, you prick. I remember that. I was there.
Fuck you.
Dude, we've already talked about this. If anybody's actually watched the podcast, they're going to know that we are definitely bringing up a previous thing we've talked about. And no, he
Yeah,
did not light
that's
her
why
on
you should go
fire.
check it out.
We told her there was gasoline on those logs, and yet she was like, "Let me stand over the damn thing while I light the fucking thing here, fellas. All right, why am I on fire, fellas?"
Hmm. Yep.
Sorry, but that was quite literally what she did. She stood over the fire and was like, "Huh?"
Yeah. Dumb.
Dumb, like absolutely. And then just literally, she yelled at him, blamed the neighbors, or not blamed him to the neighbors, I should say. Like, and we were all just standing there like, didn't we say that you should make a trail from the fire pit with the gas before you light it?
I told her to bend down like I was because I was squatted by the fire and pretending to light it. I'm like, this is where you need to be lighting it, right here where my hand is. And then that's when she went, she almost got my hand.
If you're like me, my family, the smartest thing that you'll do is you don't like. A lot of people are always like, "Oh, you're gonna light the grass on
She was not
fire."
going to be down for the trail because I was going to burn her lawn
Well,
and
that's
she
the thing
just got
is,
that lawn.
that's what it is. The trail. I say trail. Trail is
Yeah,
a overstep, I should say. It's a good
a
like.
little tail.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But she was not going to be down for that, especially at the level she was. So
Or then even just in the most other sense that I know, you dip the stick in the gas. You light the tip of the stick. You put the stick in the fire.
once again, too complicated.
It's just
She wanted
that's
to light
common
it.
sense to me, man. Like I
Yeah,
just think
yeah, it's common sense
anybody,
to me too.
yeah,
But
like
she was drunk and white and a woman. So
I'm drunk and white, and it still is like I just came up with two other
are you a
reasonable
woman?
fucking things. Maybe
That's the other thing I
it's
added there.
2025, brother. Like you're fucking telling me.
You want to be?
I mean, they got it easier.
What if you like transition and you're not a pretty transgender though? What if you look like Bruce Jenner?
Okay, I will tell you that I won't look pretty transgendering or whatever. In the pure fact that I always thought that if I had long hair, I'd look like a chick. And I have half long hair, and I definitely don't look like a chick. Like, I actually just shaved today, and I still don't look like a chick. And actually, I will say that today was the first time that I ever shaved my face and actually saw the change. And you can see it between this podcast and the last if you do look at it, I feel like, even.
I haven't noticed.
I look more
I haven't
pale.
been looking at your
That's what
face.
it is. I look more pale because you have all that orange hair down here to try to, like, draw light away, if that makes sense, I feel like. And now I look like the ghost of fucking Winterfall.
Oh, the hair there will block it from getting any sunlight, so there wasn't that much hair to block sunlight, I don't think. So if you had that beard and mustache combo for a while,
I shaved the mustache too.
yeah, I see. I see.
Wait,
I
really?
didn't
Hang on.
shave, so
There's
I
not
didn't
much of a
shave, so
mustache
I
here.
feel like I look like a homeless man.
No, I will say though, I am starting to get the whiffs of a mustache finally. But I will say that
Yeah.
we need to probably bring up more topics here because I have a few, and I know that you have one or two at least.
Now hit me with one.
Hit you with one. All right.
Yeah.
Do you okay? Would you prefer, or what do you prefer? Do you prefer crosswords, word searches, or Sudoku? Or Sudoku,
I
or whatever
prefer
the fuck that thing is.
I prefer board games.
Well, no, but like for me, it was like one of those things like you would get stuck with when you were a kid doing. But it's like at the same time, those are the three things that like, would appear in newspapers. And if I had to pick one, for me personally, I like word searches.
As a kid, I would have just played chess by myself.
Okay, but that's not a fucking option. There's three.
That was the option for me, though.
Where's my gun?
You said as a kid with those things, I did chess. I played chess.
How long's my headset
There's
good?
always a chess set around. If not, I can make do with pieces just laying around.
What the hell is going on with my headset here? Oh, I'm knocking cans over. It's not good. You have a chess set, man. I hate you. I hate you for the pure fact that you can't
It's
just
very
say
good.
that you like a crossword or a fucking search word or is it a search word? Word search, not search word. Or a Sudoku. I don't even know how to do Sudoku or whatever the fuck that thing is.
I hated that shit. Yeah.
Okay, so thank God I'm not alone on that one.
No, I hated all three of them
What? I liked word
equally.
searches. Word searches I actually liked, to be honest. I
Fuck,
found them
can't.
fun.
I hate them.
Crosswords I never liked because you had to know 100% of what you were looking at, I feel like, in order to figure it out, you know. But word search, man, you could spend it's a search in the word of itself.
If anything, out of those things, it's still in the genre, but you didn't mention it because you probably forgot about it. Mazes.
That's a word search. Word search is a maze.
You, you start on one square and you try to make your way through the maze to the other end of the
That's how I
square.
treat a word search. You start at the top and you start with the first letter and you work your way across reading. And as soon as you get to a letter of one of the words, you stop, you look at the word, and you look at all around that letter. And you're like, A-O-U-W-S-T. Nope, nope, not one of those. Hang on. A-O-U-W-S-T. I almost spelled Austin. That's weird.
Yeah, they just remind me of being in school and not waiting for my pizza at the Pizza Hut bistro.
Well,
Like
fuck you. That's where that
that's all
idea
those
came from,
things remind me
actually.
of, and Bo- both of those times, I do not want to be doing that. I want to be either out of school or enjoying my pizza.
All right, fine then. I got a better topic for you, Smitty, you son of a fucking bitch.
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying
Would you
I'm
like
gonna
to be a
play something
wizard
else.
or have superpowers in a superhero world?
I don't know.
But you'd also be a wizard in the wizarding world of like Harry Potter stuff.
Wait, so if I'm a wizard, I gotta go to the fucking gay world of fucking fairies and wardrobes
I
and
won't
shit.
say that you
And then,
necessarily have to do that. You just
but
know
if
how
I
to
go
use magic.
superhero, I get to stay here.
Okay, if you do the magic thing, you know how to do magic where you are now, but there are other people that know how to do magic too, just as well as if they don't practice as much as you. But
Real magic, other wizards to compete with,
if you're a
and possibly
superhero,
kill.
but if you're a superhero, you only have certain superpowers in a superhero world where there are other potential superheroes that are more powerful than you compared to the powers that you pick. And you
So One
cannot
Punch
pick
Man. Got
invulnerability.
it. So One Punch Man, got it.
Invulnerability does not work though with One Punch Man, does he? If he gets hit, does he go down?
Yeah, he gets beat up all the time.
That's insane.
That's
Respect to
like
that guy.
that's most of his fights is him getting his ass kicked, and then he
Delivers
does
one
the one
punch.
punch thing.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm out. That's pathetic. One
It's pretty cool the
punch?
way they do it.
I can't
I
do it.
only watched the first season. The first season's pretty bitchin', but it's much on the level of Sharknado.
Okay,
So
well
like,
then, yeah, one season of it could work because that's like a movie essentially. You know what I mean? But like
yeah, the first season was good.
to make
I
a
haven't watched any others.
show out of that just sounds like you just know who the fuck's gonna win. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's implied he's the hero. The hero always wins. So
yeah, but
it's just leaning into that trope a little bit
but the
more
fact that he
heavily.
can win with one punch is just so like, how does he lose? He could literally like hit your arm as it's coming towards him, or hit your fist as you're throwing it towards him. If he was smart enough, like. And if you were to throw your hand at him and he were to hit your fist like a fucking, blah blah thing, then you're fucking done. He's One Punch Man. The show's
Yeah,
over.
he's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Um.
just I couldn't.
So
That's not superhero. That's fucking Titan level. But I guess then again, there's Superman. So go ahead, name your wizarding or superhero world.
definitely wizards. Since you put it in that complex, I get to compete against other wizards and probably kill them.
I agree with
So
you actually. It's not the kill aspect.
I imagine a superhero. Yeah, I can still compete with them. But I imagine it's going to be harder to kill them. So
Smitty just wants to kill people. Note that.
well, if we're
He
superpowered
said
beings, I feel
no. Hold on. You had a whole pause there. It was like, well.
yeah, it's called comedic effect.
Yeah, well, fuck
Um,
you. It worked. Damn it.
well, thank you. But yeah, if we're superpower beings, I feel like there has to be one to rule them all. So like, all I have to do is kill a couple. The rest will run in fear after that. You
But that's
know,
what's hard though is super beings can still be made after you, and so there could be one more powerful than you to come.
just kill that one.
That's exactly what Voldemort thought with Harry Potter in the Wizarding world. They were like, "Yo, Harry is supposed to be more powerful than you." And he's supposed to kick your ass and like vanquish you. And he was like, "Hey, yo, I'm gonna kill him when he's a baby." And when he went to do that, he actually cemented his fate.
Yeah, because he didn't kill him. He just decided, you know what? Let's see. I want a challenge later. I'm gonna mark you
No,
so I know it's
no,
you.
no, he didn't
That's why
mark
he
him.
put the lightning bolt on his face, fucking
No,
face.
no, 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 no,
That's how I remember it.
no. I've read the books. I actually just recently read the books. Um, so Harry's mother died in between. She died for Harry, and so Harry had this weird love protection thing put on him from his mother. And so when Voldemort casts Avada Kedavra on Harry, the spell rebounded upon Voldemort. But Voldemort had Horcruxes at the time, and so he didn't die technically, but his soul, the part of it that died there, latched onto the nearest living thing that it could find, which was Harry himself. And so Harry lived through the love curse and then also was bound to Voldemort and was stuck with the prophecy because Voldemort had done that.
Now Harry has to kill his father-in-law.
It's
Or
insane.
in
It's
soul.
actually like if you don't read the series, it's really worth it. I thought the movies were great. The series, the duel between Voldemort and Harry, the final duel, is not the way the movie shows it. The book is so much better. Harry schools that motherfucker. He literally does. He's literally just like, well, Tom, if you look at this and you look at that, and I'm gonna teach you like I'm Dumbledore, bitch. And he does. He really does. He does it like he schools Tom and makes him feel like a whole bitch before he dies. Like you would love it actually, Smitty, because I feel like that would be you in the face of beating your enemy. You'd be like, well, let me show you went wrong.
Depends on the hatred of the enemy.
Well, I guess that's
If
right.
I
But I feel like if
really
you
hate
hated them,
somebody, I'm gonna toy with them as long as I
and that's what
can.
it would
I'm
be.
really
The
gonna
best way to
drag
toy
that
with
out.
your enemy would be to show them every single spot where they went wrong. It's like, well, you were on the way, but then I did this. Or, my mom sacrificed her life for me. And so, well, or then this happened, and, well, and that's what it was, too. Like, his mom sacrificed his life for him, right? And then Harry dies in the final book because he has a Horcrux inside of him. He's one of the Horcruxes. But since he willingly died for every person that was inside of the school, his death was like his mother's death, basically. It protects everybody inside the school from any kind of like harmful curse from Voldemort. And so, like, when he comes back to life, because the only thing that Voldemort killed was Voldemort's Horcrux, I mean, he basically schools him with that. He's like, well, there's been a reason why you can't kill anybody tonight, and why none of your spells have worked, and why that wand that you hold is mine, and why you're a complete bitch. Like, it's amazing. I'm sorry, I shouldn't blabber on anymore, but after reading that series, truly, like, it's just, the movies did the last ones wrong.
Have you ever seen the Avatar?
The
Um,
last Airbender one,
I was about to
not
say,
James
which
Cameron.
ones are you talking about here? As a kid, I liked the Last Airbender live action movie. As a kid, I loved the TV series, but I
How
can't
do you like?
remember much of it.
I don't think you would like the movie if you go to rewatch it now. That movie is pretty god awful.
I only liked it as a kid because that last, I think, like fight scene, but it ended on like a huge cliffhanger, if I remember. But I was so young, I can't even say I still enjoy it, to be honest. If I were to watch it now, I'd probably be
All
angry.
right. So you're familiar with it.
Yeah.
All right. Clearly, none of us are going to be the Avatar. But if you had to pick, would you be a firebender, waterbender, airbender, or earthbender?
With my birth sign, most likely firebender. A lot of people say Leos and shit like that, and I'm a highly attracted to fire, but I also love water, so
You
it
get
could
to
be a flip
pick.
of a coin. I will say that.
You get to pick. Do you know all the sub-genres to the bending? Because I'm pretty
Oh
sure
no,
that get.
no, I can't remember all that.
All
I
right.
do remember
So
there's like
with
certain things
firebending,
to it or whatever, all that stuff, but I can't remember the
with
specifics.
firebending, if you become really good, you're going to be able to start bending lightning and do blue flame. And then if you go to a certain tribe in the firebending thing, you can do combustion bending, which is like shooting an explosive beam out your forehead.
What would have been the water
Water
ones?
bending.
Okay, thank you.
Water bending, you can eventually start freezing stuff, like turning stuff to ice. And then the most dangerous of all, you can start bending blood.
That is actually horrifying. Because there's water within blood. That is actually, yeah.
Yeah, so you can just turn people into meat puppets or just extract all the blood out of their body. With advanced knowledge of airbending, you can fly without your glider and also just suck all the air out of somebody's lungs.
That's what I was about to ask. If you were to able to suck the air out of somebody's lungs, or like even just like suck all of the air away from somebody, could they still pull the blood from your body?
Are you talking about an advanced waterbender going up against advanced airbender and they hit this alt at the same time?
Yes. And so they both kill each other? Because I feel like
I
that'd
would
be like,
say so. It depends on who can hold it the longest.
well, I feel like if you can pull the blood from somebody, then you can literally, quite literally, like take your arm out and be like, and rip it from the pores of their body themselves, right? Because you do, it is like your blood leaks
Yeah,
through all that stuff, and you have
yeah,
pores
but
through
you
your
also
body,
have to deal with the flow constraints of those pores. Like you
and
could be
that would
pushing that
you have
blood.
to be some kind of continuous master to do that.
Well, to be grabbing the blood, first off, you had to be extremely mastered. So, but that's only controlling the blood, not the pore itself. And the pore can only expand so much. You know, that's just
Well, if
flow
your blood
dynamic
stops, if your
physics.
blood stops though, you die. You can hold your breath
Well,
for a
this
while.
blood has another force upon it, so we know this blood is not going to stop. It has another force upon it that is keeping it moving, but still it is reaching that physical barrier of the skin and the pore itself. So each pore can only dilate so far. So you're gonna if if the airbender can suffocate the waterbender before the waterbender extracts enough blood out of the airbender for it to be fatal, then that's that. But
That's the
I say there's a
question.
very high likelihood that airbender can suffocate the waterbender first and the
Airbender can
waterbender
pull
drops.
the air
But
out of
the
the
waterbender
brain.
still pours enough blood out of the airbender where he dies of blood loss anyway because he don't got enough blood in his body. So he's gonna be like watering around a little bit and suffering, and then he's gonna pass out and die.
If I'm being honest, I think water and air are damn near evenly matched if you think about it. Because you can pull the air out of the cells of a body too technically, which would kill the cells immediately if you were advanced enough to know how to pull air, you know what I mean? Because you have to have
Yeah, that's very
oxygen to go to the cells.
microscopic air. So yeah, you're gonna have to be highly trained. But that's why they made the airbenders monks and very non-violent.
As most likely is, dude, because that is insane. Like, if you think they can pull the air from the brain, even, I'd pick air. I think air, yeah. To be honest, air sounds like to be so
In the
comfortably trained to that way. Like, I would love that. Actually, I think, yeah. Fire
I'm
would
pretty sure
be
you get to
my
see all these other subgenres of bending more in the second series, The Legend of Korra, which I do highly recommend. If you liked Avatar the
really.
first
I was
season,
told not to
you
watch
would
Legend of
love
Korra.
Korra. You would love it. I love it as a fan. If you like the universe as a concept and the whole story as its thing,
I'm not even seeing
Korra
Legend of Korra
is
anymore.
an amazing follow through, if you ask me. I think people just don't like the ending.
Well, I heard
I'm
something
not gonna
about her
spoil
being a lesbo or something like that, and people were like, "What the
it. It's
hell?"
implied heavily, yes. And it happens at the very end, and those were just
I mean,
sour little teenage boys that seen their girl choose a girl and leave their life.
like, how
Happened to me
dare
in real
she?
life.
I mean, when any
Happened to
one
me
of
in real
us
life.
men find that
So
even hotter, to be honest. Like when she picks a chick, it's like, oh shit. Whew.
I don't want to spoil it, but there's a little bit more.
I'm
There's
not.
just a
Yeah,
little
I've
bit
never
more.
watched it, but
I I highly recommend. But
I
outside of Game of Thrones, if you want a cartoon, perfect
well.
cartoon.
Oh, actually, since we're talking, and this reminds me, I now own all of Courage the Cowardly Dog, and I've been watching it low
Welcome to
key
the club.
every time. Yeah, 'cause it is. I stole your fucking CDs that one time when I lived in my apartment and I had no Wi-Fi or whatever. And it was like I low key just I bought like I think it was like like 3 or 4 seasons or whatever of it for like $20, dude. Black Friday sales came out on Vudu, and I bought fucking Blacklist, Shameless, and Courage the Cowardly Dog for like all in all $40, $50, like. And that's like every one of those shows, like the full amount of them. So I was like, I made out like a bandit. And I will say though, still to this day, and I'll admit to every person here, there is one episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog that actually gave me nightmares as a child. And that is the curse of King Ramses. Or Ramses.
Return the slab.
Return the slab, or suffer my curse. And that's like the
I
fucking
had
noise that come after
one
he said
dream
that.
with Freaky Freddy.
But that's about it. I wouldn't call that a nightmare because Freaky Freddy was on my side. So
No, but literally, King Ramses haunted me as a child. It was because of this. If anybody else knows this, if you own the VHS tape of Scooby Doo Cyber Attack or something like that or whatever, then at the end of that, they would play we hate to interrupt this broadcast with a Courage the Cowardly Dog show. And you're like, oh, hell yeah, we got a Courage episode. That's awesome. That's amazing. And then, yeah, that motherfucker show up and be like, return the slab or suffer my curse. And I'm not shitting you. This is like right before you go to bed. Because this is like when I was a kid, the only time my dad let us like fall asleep watching movies was VHS tapes that we very rarely had in our room. And that was one of them. I would fall asleep to that motherfucker going, return the slab. And so I literally had dreams where I like run to my parents' fucking room, rip the door open, and there was one time that my dad was taking my mom from behind full doggy style. And my mom looks me in the fucking face, and he looks me in the face, and I'm like, this is worse than the nightmare! And so I think I naturally have a hate for that episode.
and the position doggy style.
Like, not only do I just think of return the slab, I think of my dad going, and then two shocked faces of me opening the door.
Hilarious. Hey, at least you own it now.
No,
Now
that's
you
great
can
too,
always
'cause
think of what your
I've
parents
never
do.
told him the full story of that. And that's how like, I remember walking in on him and my mom having sex.
That's one thing I'm glad I never experienced. My brother experienced it. He
Oh,
walked in on my
fuck you,
parents
dude.
doing it one time.
Dude, no, it gets worse actually. I got one to top it. I shouldn't say top it. That's
I've been
actually a
wanting to talk about my
horrible
parents'
wording.
sex life for a minute. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
like that's a horrible way to word it. But I remember when I was a kid and like I get really scared of sleeping, just as I said like the return the slab thing. I went to go sleep with them. This should have fucking taught me the first time, to be honest. Now I think about it, I have two fucking traumatic stories of sleeping with my parents, or trying to at least now. But it should be, I would say, like one of the last times I slept with my parents. It was harsh way that I learned that my dad sleeps naked.
You didn't realize this any other time?
Well, I was in the sheets, and this is one of my. Oh my god. To admit it on the podcast and live, one of my earliest memories
Yeah, you're down this far.
is when I've gone this far. I'm not fucking backing out anymore. I was laying in the bed, in the middle of the bed, and my hand was under the sheets, down by my arms, and I was a little kid. And, my dad's over here with me, and I felt my hand go over this, and I was like, what the hell is this hairy thing? Ah! Like,
You reach over to hug your mom and you grab her tits.
no, I humped her. No, but literally, it was like, no, what's even weirder is, it was only, I think, I didn't actually, like, reach my hand over, just, like, feeling that. That's the whole joke. But, like, from as a kid, and this is horrifying to remember, I remember feeling something more hairier down there. When my hand like brushed it, if you know what I mean. Like I didn't like ever actually like grab it or anything like that. But I remember like moving my hand, like feeling like something brush it, and I was like, "The fuck was that? That's not normal." Now when I look upon it as an older man, I'm like, I most likely hit my dad's bare dick with my hand. As a 4-year-old child, at least.
Yeah, it was very hard to catch my parents doing it because they slept in different bedrooms. So I was very much blessed there.
I'll never forget walking in on my dad taking my mom from behind. I mean, they looked just as surprised as I was.
Normally
Well, maybe
people
not my
inquire
dad.
me,
My dad looked more fucking proud, I think.
most people inquire me on that when I say my parents slept in different bedrooms, like immediately. I'm surprised you didn't jump me.
I don't jump you, actually, because, was your dad a veteran, actually?
No, my dad was a fucking cheater.
Alright, well,
He
that's the
was.
same thing there, then. I mean, but,
He
like,
was a cheater, first
well,
off.
I knew,
So,
my buddy Noah had a grandma and grandpa, and his grandpa served during Desert Storm. And he was a great man. Like, he was strict, and he was set in the old ways and stuff. But he was a really good man at the end of the day. And he didn't sleep in the same room as his wife. And I think after going through a couple of wars and stuff like that, I think sleeping next to somebody he was a little worried about, you know, doing something to them in the sleep. Because my own grandfather actually, he tries to say that he never. I shouldn't say this at all. The one thing that tells me my grandfather served over there and actually did something horrible was the fact that the first time that I got my 22 Marlin rifle and I offered him to shoot it, he said, "Since I served, I promised I will never shoot another weapon again." To say that tells me that you killed people. You did something. You don't just go through basic training and do all that stuff and then be like, I'll never shoot another gun in my life. Like, nope. I think my grandfather actually did something horrible. And he regrets it to this day.
my dad served and he was in the trenches in Vietnam and he got sent there. He wasn't drafted and he didn't enlist. It was his jail or war pick from the
Oh.
judge. So my dad's like, well, I done killed a guy to be in front of you, judge, so I'm gonna just go over here to war, I guess.
Your dad killed a
So
guy?
that's his story that he always told me. That's why he got sent to Vietnam.
I hope so.
He I forget why he walked this path every day, but he would walk this path every day and this one dude would spit on him. And my dad only got spit on like two, three times, and he's like, "Hey, you spit on me again, I'm gonna fucking kill you." Next day, dude spit on him. Dad went to Uncle Mitchell's house, borrowed Uncle Mitchell's shotgun, went down to the bar that dude was at, that my dad knew he was at, walked through the front door and blew him in half. Verbatim how my dad would tell the story.
Alrighty.
And
Well,
eventually, I did get a little bit confirmed to the story because my last stepmom that he married right before he died was a chick that he grew up, went to school with, and she knew that he got sent to Vietnam through some type of legal thing, but she didn't know what legal thing, and she heard rumors that he killed that guy at the bar, but she could never confirm that. And Dad's like, "Yeah, I killed that motherfucker." And then so Dad would say that excuse why he slept in a different room, but Dad also slept with a loaded pistol underneath his pillow the entire time he was alive.
I mean, I can't blame you, man.
And
I sleep with a fully loaded pistol next to my head in my sleep too, and that's not even
and
just
so
somebody sleeping on my bed. That's just from my fucking family needs me to let fly.
and never once it went off. And I looked at that gun every day, and it was always in the same position. So I don't feel like he ever touched it. So, and then later on in life, I figured out, I got Charity was more my half sister instead of my cousin. And she's the in between age of me and my older brother. And yeah, dad did leave us unattended in the Burger King quite often where Terry, the manager, worked.
Well, you know what? Let's
So
fucking do some shots together, brother. Let's play some
I'm
Russian
like, oh,
roulette.
yeah, dad was just banging a lot of chicks, and mom got tired of sleeping next to that dirty dick, so she kicked him to the other bedroom, and we lost our toy room. Because before dad started sleeping in there, we had a fucking toy room, and it was fucking awesome.
No, I know what you mean with that because I had definitely a couple of cousins that had a toy room because there was an extra room they moved into. But I also say too
Toy
though,
rooms are the best.
I am like your dad with this. I sleep with this thing fully loaded right beside my damn bed every night. And it's the simple fact of that you don't know what the hell may ever happen to you or your family. When it comes down to it, would you rather have to sit there and try to load the damn thing, or would you be able to just fucking go off the wake? Because I'm telling you, loading while you're half awake is not easy. I've tried it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was just my childhood. Then again, my dad loaded us all up into a van one time for an impromptu vacation. And we were all in the van, suitcases in the van. We're about to pull out the driveway. Dad's about to put it in gear. He goes, "Wait, hold on 1 second." Undoes the seatbelt, pops out the door real quick. And he's an old dude, but he like he booked it into the house like real fast.
Hell yeah.
And so mom like waited there for like 2, 3 minutes, and she goes in there, and then they're in there for like 15 fucking minutes. They come back out on fire, both of them. They're just going back and forth. They finally
You
get
got
into the
cut off and
van.
you went, whoop. Like, you went, what? And you got cut off.
It was just a bunch of noise, pretend arguing sound.
Whoop,
And
whoop, whoop.
yeah, that. And they finally get in the van, and the only words I can really muster, I can get understanding out of my mom because she is just fucking livid. Dad nailed all the windows shut so his friends wouldn't break in.
His friends.
You caught it. You caught the key word there. That's the word my mom
Like,
was hung up
I
on there
was
too.
your, I'm not going to say your best friend. Fucking Justin's your best friend, but I was one of your good mates. And I could still just walk right into your house and be like, Smitty, how you doing?
Yeah,
Like,
his friends were employed pillheads.
I was a fucking idiot. I mean, the village idiot at that point, especially, by God.
Yeah, but that's how he told it to my mom when she walked in there and asked him what he was doing. He's like, I'm nailing the window so my friends don't break in.
That is the most. Like how?
Not to
Like that
mention the
is the
fact
most
you're
backwards
breaking the
ass
seal.
statement.
Not to mention the fact you're breaking the seal to the window when you drive the nail in there. So the window's pretty much useless.
Yeah, very definitely. Yeah, to be honest, actually, if you're gonna lock a fucking window, you lock it the way that I lock mine over here for my AC, and that is you go over, you measure to make sure of the exact length of stick or good chunk of wood that you need. Or even a piece of metal if you got the type of money. I just took a good fucking length of square piece of wood. You cut it to the length of how open your window is. And you put that rod in between where the top of that window barrier is and the actual top of your window frame. And they can't break in, even if they get the lock open.
Okay. Remember how I started the story?
Impromptu vacation right before we're about to leave. Key was in the ignition. Car was started. Dad was about to put it in gear. Cuts it off, runs back in the house.
For
That is
what?
that's what happened.
Well, I'm not even kidding you. Like, I'm gonna fucking see if I can show it on the podcast here. Maybe
Like
I might be able to.
I don't think we
Okay.
had time. We had a lot of
Ah,
windows. It was a full house. He didn't have time to find 15 sticks accurately measured.
it's not 15. It's one. I can't get it. I'm sorry. Look at me at this angle. I look like I'm
You
in the
dumb son
fucking
of a bitch. You have one
2006.
window. When my dad did it, he had the whole house to do.
You do it to the whole house if it matters to you.
Like I just said, he was already trying to leave. We were in the driveway about to leave, and he's like, "Oh wait, I should nail my windows real quick."
I'm sorry to hear that. He's a selfish
I thought
bastard.
it was hilarious as a kid. I still think it's hilarious
I'd
as
have
a
nailed the
kid.
fucking door shut too.
Everything my dad did as a kid that every other person is pissed off at my dad for, I find gut busting hilarious.
Okay, that's me too.
I miss that man. I miss that man. Even though he was an asshole, like he tried to get me to sleep with my stepmom.
Respect? Hang on a minute. I think I love your dad. Tell me more.
Not when she's 72.
You try to get me to sleep with a 30-year-old.
A hot 30-year-old.
I was this close. Okay, I was this close because when I pulled the pants down, I saw a string hanging out. It did. It scared me off. I've never seen a
Yeah.
tampon inside of a
It's not
pussy at
my
that
fault
point.
that you weren't man enough, but I still hooked you up with a hot, smoking. I would say smoking hot. Ace
I wouldn't
Freely
say
gets
smoking.
more smoking hot
I
30
wouldn't
year
say
old.
smoking hot. Fucking the girl I lost my virginity to was more smoking than she was.
Yeah, well, of course she's younger, but for a 30-year-old, Chelsea is fucking hot as
Hey,
fuck.
don't name the name. That part is just eh.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
just
such a
Chelsea is his
unique
name.
name. It's
You're
such
right.
a
Chelsea
unique
is a thing.
name.
But well, you're not wrong. I'm sorry. I'm drunk. I'm horribly drunk at this point. Actually, I bought an 18 pack, and I can tell you,
Yeah,
I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
yeah,
11, 11 deep.
yeah, yeah. 72 is never hot.
It can't be.
If you're prison hard up, which
Yeesh.
you are, so
I guess you couldn't see it. You couldn't see it. I winked through the glasses. I was like,
yeah, I got the gesture after a minute there. I'm like, yeah, he agreed with me. He's prison hard up.
listen,
And I'm like,
motherfucker.
come to think of it, he is prison hard up.
I'll
So
come down to fucking Columbus, Smitty. Don't you fucking test me. All right?
if you
I'll
come
do
down
it.
here, you might find a woman to fuck and you can relieve some of that stress. So yes, come down. They're easy.
Listen, Smitty, I'm threatening you.
We don't even gotta walk that far. There's a bar right here.
I don't have to walk that
Like,
far. All I gotta do is pull the trigger.
like, like the one time you see me skate the sheets, we could walk to the bar just as quick.
Skate the sheets? I never watched you skate the sheets.
Yeah, you did
Must
several
have been
times.
hammered.
I made you talk to the cash register who wasn't very pretty.
Oh! I remember that. I flirted with her.
You tried.
Damn right I did. Because I was not in person. If I was in person, I would have been like, thank you.
Yeah, we
You
could
know
walk to
I'm
the
not
bar.
wrong either. That's exactly how I would have been. Like, thank you. Like,
From what I remember, you were just frozen in fear. You're like, and then you waved after she waved.
oh, okay, no, I do remember because I was gonna say something actually horribly offensive, but I was like, Smitty would have to deal with the outcome of this. I was gonna be like, so you're the whore he's been talking about. But as soon as I was thinking, I was like,
that would have been awesome if you would have turned it on me. You should have. You should have turned it on me so quick.
I was thinking
That would have
about
been
it, dude. I
hilarious.
really wanted to, but I was just like, I can't do it to him because
You
it's
should have.
just like
That
he
would have
goes
been
there
hilarious.
often. Like that's what I thought. I was like, he goes there too often. I can't just take his spot away from him. Like,
I don't care. They got 3 shifts over there, and I only seen that broad one time.
man,
So you could have
fuck you. I'm
gotten.
doing it next time. Then I'm doing it next time. Oh my god. Dude, I was so tempted, but I was like, oh no, he goes there like often, and so I don't want to screw him over.
I don't care. I could go to the Eagles gas station, which is right next door. Like, I got options down here.
Oh shit, I just dropped my twisted tea on my leg. Look at me, I pissed my leg. That's how long my
Yeah, there's a
dick
lot of
is.
options down here,
So you
man.
guys know that's how long my dick is. You know, I pee that far down.
I don't look that far.
Just informational. That's not a leakage. I pissed my pants. That far
Where's the
down.
bulge leading to
That
that?
far
Where
down. I pissed my
it looks,
pants. Just so
it's
you
looking
know.
pretty flat though.
Hey,
Where's the
Smitty.
dick?
Hey. That doesn't matter, okay?
What's our time? We should probably end this.
We should. This is 127 as of right now. Do you have one more thing to talk about? I have one more.
Hit it.
Favorite chip brand and flavor. Bring it.
Crackers count?
Yeah, 100%.
Any cheese it.
Ooh, okay. That's a hard blow. I love a Lay's sour cream and onion or barbecue chip. But now you said the Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its extra cheesy oh no, not Cheez-Its. Goldfish extreme cheddar. That's my top.
And from there, my second pit would be wheat thins. No, not wheat thins. What's the woven ones? Triscuits. Triscuits. Yeah.
Wow, that's actually surprising.
Yeah, and then sun chips.
I was gonna do sun
Those
chips
are
next.
my
Sun chips, garden salsa.
Any of them. I'm
Any
not a
like
flavor
original even?
royalty.
Original and sour cream
Yeah,
and onion.
yeah.
Really?
They got French onion soup. They don't do sour cream
Or
onion.
French
They
onion.
do
You're right.
French onion.
You're right. It's French onion. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
didn't
and
like French onion
Triscuit's got
or
amazing
original that
flavors. So you
much.
gotta try all the flavors that Triscuit. Triscuit does it well, dude.
Huh. All right. Well, let that be a note to viewers. I have been the twisted motherfucking G, and so Smitty, lead us on out, brother.
Thank you for joining us once again in Studio Bump Diggity. I've been your host, the Twisted G. I didn't do it that time.
He really did not mean to do it that time. I know he didn't. He called himself Twisted G. He's so jealous of my name that he wishes he could be me. Y'all noticed it there, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm Twisted G. That's the Smitty Smittzilla. We've been your Stubble Bums. I hope you like and subscribe and share our podcast to the entire universe because we bumble and stum
If
all
you
the way
are one
through.
that stumbles and are a bum, if you're one that believes you're not worth anything, if you are one that thinks that you can't walk the words and walk the foot places of the ones that came before you, then you belong here. We are done. Smitty, last words.
We out. Point at camera.
Point.